Well folks, hello again and welcome to the Cairngorms. Beautiful area this, and I've never been at this part of the Cairngorms. I'm hoping to take on, well, anything could happen on this trip, and to be honest I think I'm better explaining it on the go because it is potentially a big route. But I'm heading in towards Loch Etchachan, and you'll know I'll be doing some Munros hopefully. So you'll have enough idea what I'm doing if you know the area. But I'm going to head on and try and get this low level trail out the way. I've got a few kilometres still to go, but in the distance there is where I'm going. Ignore my phone if you heard it. Right, I'll catch you a wee bit further along. Alright, so I might as well talk about the route now, I think. Like I said, I was going to do it on the move, because this is potentially not the biggest route I've done, I think, but it will be up there. So anyway, 6 Munros is what I've potentially got lined up, although I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's quite unrealistic, and also I don't think I've actually packed enough food, so we'll see how that goes. I'll start off by saying I parked at the Naturehike car park. Didn't take any footage of the car park, but if I remember when I get back I will maybe get some footage over the top of it, including the pay and display machine. So I think it's £4 per day for car, although I ended up paying for the motorhome one. I don't know why, I was just being a numpty. But it covers me anyway until tomorrow night, midnight. So I've got all day tomorrow and pretty much whatever I've got left of this day. No idea what time it is, to get this route done with an overnight camp. So Linnadee's where I'm at. The 4 Munros that I'm hoping to do, I should get these ones done, is Benbrick. That's definitely getting it because I'm heading there in the now. I'd like to think I've got the legs to at least get that one done. Benachurin is the 2nd Munro, should get that one done as well. So that's before Loch Etchachan, these two. Ben Vion, you can actually get that before Loch Etchachan from Benachurin, although I don't like the look of the steep slopes at the Benachurin side, so I may actually bypass around that and then head up to Loch Etchachan. I've noticed a wee trail that goes round it. You do drop down to about 600 metres, so you then got to climb back up to Loch Etchachan, which is 920 metres. Munro height, quite impressive, like for a loch. So yeah, my plan for Ben Vion is to actually do that tomorrow as an out and back route from Loch Etchachan. Won't have camping gear on my back, so it should make the climb easier, and apparently it's got a good path. And then the final Munro is Derry Cairngorm, which I'll do in the return route. However, if the weather's good, I've got enough food and I'm feeling up to it, there is an optional 2 Munros that I've got on this route. Benmacdhu is one of them, and Carnarvon, which I'm staring at right now, is the final Munro that I could do if I decide to do the 6. It's about 47 kilometres long, this route that I've made up. So I don't know, I'm here anyway, that's what I'm thinking, but I'll just need to play it by ear. So let's say Benbrick, Benachurin, Ben Vion and Derry Cairngorm are the 4 Munros I'm looking at doing. That's a definite, I hope. And then the extra 2 is Benmacdhu and Carnarvon. It's as simple as that, isn't it? Yeah, and there's 10 kilometres of walking, 5 out and 5 back just on this trail, just to add to the fun. So I'll probably see you once I get to the actual climbing part now, if I ever get there. I'll show you the mountains now. There they are there, in the clouds. Wouldn't think it was a heat wave a couple of days ago. It's because I'm off now and I can go back out. Just the usual rubbish I get when I'm off. I was just checking out the Derry Lodge area. I have to say, this boarded up building behind, it's a very impressive looking building, very nice. But I need to keep going, don't I? This is pretty much where people would leave their mountain bikes, and if I was to mountain bike in here, then this is probably where I would have tried to hide the bike. If I don't get carnivaned on, this is what I'll be doing. Probably taking this route, leaving the bike here, and then heading on up to this Munro. I don't think I've mentioned the weather today. It's to be very windy today, up to about 40 mile an hour on Ben Breck and 50 on the higher Munros of Ben McDouey and Ben Veal and Derry Cairngorms. Very poor visibility as well. Carnivane's just in the cloud. But yeah, got a few routes here. Go that way. You can actually see them behind, so yeah. I'm going to figure out where I'm going and then I'll bring you back, but that's pretty much the climbing starting now. Drink that. Not better than a wee drink on the trail. Back up. Not better than getting the bloody backpack off your back for a bit. Right. Just stopped for a little drink there, folks. First one since I left the car. Trying to take a bit of weight off the pack as well. I've actually packed all the water I need for the hike, knowing that I'll be able to collect more water at Loch Etchachan. So yeah, that wind is absolutely wild. I will not be doing any tripod stuff up on top of the peaks, that's for sure. Oh, I always dread a windy hike by myself, you know that, I really do. Let's keep going. So yes folks, keep going. What I'll do is I'll get you guys at the summit now. I'll get a couple of clips on the way up. Still got about 500 metres of climbing. I've hardly really gained any height. Must just get really steep all of a sudden. This Munro, you know that, just to get to the summit. Yeah, not looking forward to the wind when I get up there. Those trees are getting battered about the place. Just dusty. Typical though, it is to clear up tonight though. And like I said, I think the wind's to die down. So the most important part of the trip, the hiking part, is where I'm going to get battered. I need to try and get the tent up before the rain comes later on the day. But I'll deal with the rain if it comes. Just get you to the summit now, eh? very windy, so down there. Well, that's me reach the summit of Munro 181, so close to 200 now. I think I'm going to stop once I get to 200 for the year. Hopefully I'll hit it in September time. It's the start of August right now. And I've dropped down hopefully about 100 metres now on what I have to describe it as a very good path. Hopefully you can make that out. Yeah, very good path so far. Bit boggy at the woodland bit as I turned off the main track way down at the bottom of this Munro. But once you start gaining height, you're no longer on a decent path again. So Benachúrin, I think that's the name of the Munro, is right in front. I will turn you around. Alright, so I've zoomed in. That's it there. It's a fair while away. It's about 5 kilometres between the two summits. But if the path stays like this, you'll no longer be, getting through those kilometres. So yeah, I've got a fair bit to go to get to Benachúrin. It's the high point of today anyway. I'm not going to be doing Ben Veum with this wind. The summit of that Munro, it's a bit too exposed for my liking, especially on my own and especially in poor visibility. And 30 to 40 mile an hour winds, nah, I don't fancy that. In fact, I think the Met Office has forecast wind speeds on summits over 1100 is 50 miles per hour gusts. MWIS agrees with them, so that's the two weather. It's usually the two websites I use for the weather. So yeah, I trust both of them. And yeah, it's disappointing, but it's going to take a bit of time just to get to Loch Etchachan anyway. So yeah, as I've mentioned, 5 kilometres between the two summits. Not looking forward to getting to the top of this Munro and this wind light, but the clouds do seem quite close to the summit. What I mean by that is I might just be in the cloud. Like, I don't think I'm going to be in it for like hundreds of metres. Like, I'm out of the cloud now and I'm about 900 metres at the moment, so it's just the highest summits really that are just kind of getting into the clouds, I think, just because it does look quite high, I'll turn you around now. I think that's Ben Avon and Ben Abird there. I've started to do those two Munros. So yeah, getting close to finishing the Cairngorms, and I think about it. I mean, especially if I get most of these Munros done. I mean, like I said, the target is 6, but realistically I'm aiming for 4. So yeah, I think Radiate Traverse will be saved for next year. What else have I got? The Ben Alder 6, I'm aiming to do them early next year before the midges come. I'm going to camp out that Boffy, Cobra Boffy it's called. What else have I got here? Ben Gerard got Bloody Raffle. I'm planning on doing that very soon actually. So hopefully I'll get that done, possibly even have that done before this video is uploaded to YouTube. And I think that's it. I know that. I think most of my nose in the east side of Scotland will be done. I've done like Creed Petrie and well, I've done that because you've seen it on YouTube. I've done Schiehallion and they were the early days Schiehallion. I think that was like my 10th Munro. So yeah, I mean, I'm getting through this area fairly quickly now, just because you can easily link all these Munros together. Because I mean, like, I've started going around the other side and do Derry Cairngorm and that, but that's for tomorrow. But based on what I've seen on YouTube, because I have watched videos about Derry Cairngorm, looks like it will be a good path, So I'm going to stop now because I'm sheltered from the wind and I'm a wee bit lower down, and get something to eat. Looking forward to it. But yeah, not a bad route. This is very much needed. A couple of pancakes, just plain butter, nothing fun about it. But when you're in the Cairngorms, you need something to eat. These will taste like, I don't know, just as good as a steak dinner at a restaurant? Maybe? I don't know. Quite funny actually, that summit's cleared, the one I'm going up. I know that that'll be back in the cloud in just over an hour's time when I'm there. Now I'm going to have this, I'm going to continue this descent. I'll probably bring you back and start talking to you once I'm on this next Munro. Hopefully it's still out of the cloud when I get there. So it's been a while since my last film, and actually not far from the summit of this Munro now, Etchachan. It's been a difficult hike actually with this wind, and it's been pathless since Benbreck. See that I went off the path and not been able to find it again, but it's been very boggy. Cares had to be required just to get across here without slipping. I must admit, it's quite a lonely place right now. Just no one around, very windy, middle of nowhere. It's quite difficult, Just can't wait to get the tent up and reflect on the day and think about what I'm doing tomorrow. And I'm actually unsure about the rest of this hike now. Just not getting the weather this year for these bigger hikes, which is a shame, very frustrating, but I'm just happy to be out, trying to get a camp done tonight for you guys. And yeah, I mean, if I only get the 2 Munros done, then I suppose I'll just need to do the other ones another day. It's as simple as that, or another trip. But yeah, starting to gain height now. The summit is right there. Just going to be in the cloud by the looks of things. It's not the low cloud I'm worried about, it's the damn wind. So I'll check in at the summit, and then I'll do a wee bit of filming coming back down the other side, and then I need to try and get up to Loch Etchachan for this camp. That's the bit I'm really looking forward to, like. Cheers folks. Well, that's me reached the summit, a very windy summit of Etchachan, 1082 metres, and the final Munro of the weekend I think. I do actually think I'd be stupid to continue now if the weather forecast is just going to be the same as this. The other half of this route's quite exposed at times, and in windy conditions I think, on my own as well. I'm just asking for trouble. So I'll go and find a camp spot. Probably just go to Loch Etchachan still, but I'll play it by ear, see how I'm getting on when I get down there. I'm just about getting views here, as you can see. It's not what I wanted to do this weekend, but yeah, I've always said the weather decides what you do in this hobby, and it's just this weekend's just not meant to be with the long distance stuff, so I'm just going to drop down, just get back down to lower ground, because there's absolutely no point in filming up here. It's too windy. So I'll see you when I get lowered down, and we'll restart the video again. I'm really angry right now. I'm just trying my best to stay positive when I'm filming, basically. I don't know if the camera picked it up. It's so much more sunny further south, and I mean it's so close to the good weather. It's so close. I'm right on the edge of it. I'm right on the edge of the wind and the rain and the low cloud. I'm gutted, man. Well, that's me finally off that Munro, and it's still very blowy here. very windy still, and yeah, not pleasant still, even down here. So I'm on a good trail now, which I should be able to follow to Loch Etchachan. I'm not sure. There is a part of the trail heading down and then heading back up the way. So I'm planning on just staying on that. One of my trekking poles down. And yeah, hopefully I'll be up to Loch Etchachan and get this tent up very soon. Yeah, it's been, come on. It's been a bit of a shambles this video because of the weather, but I've tried my best, guys, to try and give you some footage of the area. Just hoping that I can find some shelter in this loch. I know it's high up and the wind's just really blowing right through the mountains today in all directions. So I guess we'll just need to see. I'm going to go before this tripod falls over. I'm not even going to walk away from the camera. I'm just going to get it now. Not worth the risk. Right folks, so if you're doing Ben Breck and Ben Akurin as a double, and you're not doing any other Munros, then this trail that I'm on, well, can't really see that it is there. That takes you all the way back to the car over there. And probably about 2 hours, 2.5 hours from the car from here. So it's a fair walk still. Obviously I'm doing Loch Etchachan. Doesn't matter if I do the other Munros tomorrow or not. I'm definitely doing this camp tonight. So, turn back around and now I need to go back up this trail now. It's a bit annoying, so I've dropped down about 100 metres, maybe 150 metres to this trail. However, I'll turn you around now while I'm still talking. I'll show you what I would have walked over if I didn't do this trail. So yeah, I would have been walking over that. So it's really down to you what you want to do. You can either walk over that, save a bit of time, maybe, certainly save a few kilometres, or you can just walk down the trail that I walked down, which eventually connects onto the one that I'm on now, which will take me up to Loch Etchachan. And it just means you're risking, well, the first thing that was on my mind was ticks, long grass like that. After what happened to Glen Strafara, I kind of camped on similar grass to that, you know. So yeah, just worth pointing out that this is the decision that I made. You could go straight up Ben Vion. It's a very steep climb for 400 metres pathless, I think, based on what I've heard anyway. So yeah, there's plenty of options in the Cairngorms, like definitely. There's plenty of options. And this is obviously the route that I've decided to, to take to get up to this loch. So I guess I'll see you a bit further along. A fair bit of climbing to do. I think it's about 250 metres from now to the top of this trail here just to get to the loch. I've been waiting for a while to try and get a bridge. Hopefully I'm in the shot. Just put this microphone down. Yeah, I've been waiting for a while for a bridge just so I could film myself walking over it. I got a bit excited when I seen it. I'm just going to take this jacket off and probably the waterproof trousers as well. I am absolutely done in, guys. Struggling with the filming now. Hopefully the camera's straight enough. It's kind of hard putting the camera where I've got it because of the long grass. Right, I'm going to take all these layers off and get up. Continue getting up this path now. At least I'm getting back towards the mountains. Well, that's me arrived at Loch, Etchachan. Never been here before, never camped here obviously, so new spot for the channel I guess. Yeah, it's always good visiting new places. I just now need to try and find an area that's flat and on short grass. Only a few months ago I wouldn't have hesitated pitching on longer grass, but I'm very keen to avoid long grass now, just after what happened with the ticks. So yeah, lens is getting blurry because yeah, it would be raining once I got here. To be fair, checked the forecast coming up coming off Ben Brick, sorry, and when I seen it was to be heavy rain pretty much the rest of the day, I thought, oh, that's not good. But to be fair, I've got the waterproofs on. You can see it is a bit wet with the screen being blurry now, but it's not been too bad up to now. Just need to try and get the tent up in case it does come. That would be a bit frustrating if I got soaked just before getting the tent up. So I'll probably just bring you back once the tent's up. I'm absolutely done in, guys. So yeah, we take a wee break from filming. Didn't film much coming up here. So yeah, tent time. Alright, so that rain that was forecasted, that was meant to come a wee bit earlier in the day, actually when I was still out, has actually came just after I got the tent up. So that's kind of worked out okay. At the moment I'm just chilling, there's no rush now, it's nearly 6:15, so yeah, just chilling out, tomorrow's plan is just play it by ear. There's a risk of thunderstorms after lunchtime, kind of late in the morning. I plan on being back on the go for about 7. So I'd like to think I would be able to get these 2 Munros done probably within maybe 3 hours. So maybe get back down to the lower ground before any rain comes, with the risk of thunderstorms later on in the day. I'll play it by ear. If I get up in the morning and it's like what you've just seen, low cloud, rain, poor visibility and all that rubbish, considering sorry about the shaking camera, considering the wind speeds are meant to go up again tonight and into tomorrow, yeah, I don't see me doing the other Munros, to be honest, is what I'm slowly trying to say, which is disappointing. But like I said, I'll play it by ear, see how it's like tomorrow. It is meant to be nice and sunny, but I don't see that happening. Well, I have seen the weather change very quickly overnight, for the better and for the worse. Hopefully this time will be for the better, I guess I'll make something to eat. I don't think I'll film much if it stays like this outside the tent. Just need to see, like I said, it's 6:15 now. So I've just came out of the tent because it stopped raining. And surprise, surprise, it's pissing down again. I'm going to quickly get water out this Loch, and then I'm going to make some dinner. I've not even got my shoelaces tied or anything. This is just quick. Let's get some water in that. That should be enough. Right, let's get back to the tent, because I'm already getting soaked. You know something, I was only out the tent for about 2 minutes. Just got the boots on. I was going to tie the laces and thought, no, let's just get some water and get back in the tent. I do need something to eat now. I was going to check the time on my phone there, but my phone's in my pocket. I think it's about 8 now. Got a couple of hours of daylight now, start of August, so we'll start losing the light soon. And yeah, I was going to try and cook outside the tent. That was the plan, but never mind. I'm just going to cook inside, I think. I'm just going to have a adventure food tonight. Can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have it. I'm just going to get on with it now. I've been in this position before, and I've had to make my meals from inside the inner with the inner zip to try and stop, you know, ticks and spiders and stuff getting in. I was going to try and do it out there, but you would have just seen the rain. Just went, nope, son about, you ain't going out there today. No cooking outside. Now if the rain, well you can actually hear it's going off now. If it stays off once I get this meal, I'll maybe try and go back outside. I'm just raging because my jacket now is absolutely soaking. And that's not going to dry very quickly. So yeah, I'd like to show you the area. I've not even took any photos of the camp spot yet as well, so it's just been a bit miserable. Miserable, I can never say that word, you know what I mean. It's not been great. Shut up. So it's finally stopped raining. It's been raining about 3 hours. I've been here about 4 hours now, I think. But this is the view I've been wanting. Still a lot of low cloud in Derry Cairngorms, that's up there in that direction. And then Benvion, this is the Munro that's really annoying me, this one here. I really don't know. I want to go and get it done tomorrow. The wind and the rain, well obviously the rain's away, but the wind's really died down. But this is the pitch. I was unsure about the ground, but I've managed to get the tent up, and yeah, after a bit of wind and rain it's still looking good, so I'm quite happy with it. Just looking in the distance, you'll see just behind my tent, the Munro Cairngorm I think it is. That's 1,245 metres higher. Munro I am still to do. It's looking very likely I won't be doing Ben McDough and Carnarvon, so chances are I'll just do Cairngorm and Ben McDough as a group of 2, and Carnarvon will just do it on its own. If I don't get these other 2 Munros, Benvion and Derry Cairngorm as I mentioned in the previous clip, then I will link Derry Cairngorm, Carnarvon and Benvion together I think as a group of 3, and I'll probably just come back down to this Loch and do another wild camp. So looking over the other side of this Loch, the cliffs over there, that's in the direction of the second highest mountain in Scotland, Ben McDough. 1,308 metres I think it is. Not far behind Ben Nevis and not far in front Bray. Bray Rate's 1,296 metres, so it's not far in front of that. And Cairngorms is 1,291 I think. So it's not much between Cairngorms and Ben McDough. So yeah, nice spot this, 928 metres according to the Garmin. That's what I'm currently sitting at. So when you think about it, I've still got a fair bit to go until the summit of Ben McDough from here. It's a remote place though. Walk Highlands describes Benvion anyway as one of the remote peaks within the Cairngorms. Well, I have to say, even though the weather's not been on my side again, the wind definitely destroyed the hike and the rain has ruined the camp for most of this evening. It's nice to get out now, although it's starting to rain again. It is good just getting back out, and even if I don't do these Munros tomorrow, I'll still go back home after doing 2 today and getting another camp done for YouTube, and an area I've never camped in before. So yeah, nice area I like, just good to get away. Still a lot of work to do, even if I don't do the 2 Munros. I think it's about a 14 or 15 kilometre walk just to get back to the car from here, which is going to take a few hours. So yeah, the walk back to the car, yeah, it's going to take a bit of time, but it's been good. And I think I'm just going to wrap up the video for tonight and try and enjoy the last hour of daylight. It's just a shame about the weather. It's kind of ruined the camp. I've not filmed as much as I wanted at this area, but at least I'm getting to show you the area now. And tomorrow is meant to be a wee bit clearer, although they can't make their mind up. We'll just see what happens in the morning when I get up. Good morning everyone. What a change in the weather for the best. I said yesterday that sometimes when you're camping it can surprise you just how much the weather can change for the better or for the worse during the night. I've had both stories, like mostly for the worse though. Thankfully, as you can see behind, we've got blue skies starting to come up. Sunrise is due in about half an hour and the wind has dropped right down. So I'm going to have a go at these 2 Munros today. I'm going to do. I've left the tent behind to save weight. I think about 930 metres. This Munro's 1182. Without the camping gear, shouldn't take me too long to get up this Munro, which I'm heading towards now. Path's about 5 minutes away. Tried to kind of camp away from the path so people wouldn't see the tent when I'm away from it, just in case I decided to go up this Munro. So, paying for it now, but once I'm on the path I should be up there soon. Check this out for a view, folks. Gained a fair bit of height now. That's where I was camping last night. Guess I'm still camping there because my tent's down there still. Ben McDough, Derry Cairngorm, and then that's Cairngorm over there. There's the window. As you'll see, it's a beautiful morning actually, and it's not too bad with the wind up here. Now I said last year when I was wild camping on Ben Glass and I got another inversion in the morning after what was quite a soggy, misty night, you could say. Now one of the benefits of wild camping is you're basically getting a second go at it the next day. So like yesterday wasn't the best weather, it was a lot windier than what it is now. There was no visibility pretty much towards the end of the day, as you would have seen in the tent. But about 2:30 this morning I opened the tent door. You should have seen all the stars above the tent. I mean, I didn't get out because it was freezing, but I did take a photo with my phone. I don't think I'll put it on YouTube, the photo, but I mean, like, you know when you open your tent door, or if you're out hiking at night time and you're in a really dark place like the Cairngorms, you know, and you just look at the sky and it's just beautiful with all the stars, eh? But yeah, just this long walk now up to the summit. It's about a kilometre. It's just slowly gaining height now. That's what makes the Cairngorms quite difficult, is you're not just at the summit and then you're over the top. Sometimes you've got these long, walks on higher ground, and when it is windy like it was yesterday, it can be quite unpleasant. So I'll probably just catch you at the top now. Excuse my nose. It's just a quick video for this Munro. You can get back down to the tent, pack away. I think I'm going to have a wayfarer meal before I leave, and then yeah, we'll get Derry Cairngorm done, and I'm happy with that. At one point yesterday I didn't think I was going to get these 2 Munros done today, but I'm quite happy with the weather, so I'll catch you at the summit of this one, and then I'll film a wee bit of the descent back down, because it's a nice view looking down at Loch Etchachan. So when I said that the route, or the second part of this route would be more exposed, that's what I'm talking about. This is the summit here on top of this last tour, and yeah, I mean, like, a gust of wind would definitely send you off the edge of that. It's still quite breezy, so be careful. So yeah, just need to get up here now. Got a lovely view of the sunrise slowly coming up. I'm going to put you away and then I'll get up here. I'm running low on battery, so I don't think I'll do much more filming, to be honest with you guys. I'll change the battery when I get back down to the tent. Not quite at the top of this. I don't feel confident filming in this wind up there, so I'm just gonna, I'll show you the drop now. I don't fancy getting caught in a gust of wind and falling off this. So you can actually hear the wind, I think. So I'm just going to get to the top, get this touched. This is exactly why I didn't come up here yesterday, because the wind is easily probably about 15 or 20 mile an hour less. So I would have came up here and not even bother climbing this yesterday with the wind. I'll show you the Munro I done yesterday, and then I'll get to the top of this. There it is there. So close, but yet so far, because you've got to drop all the way down there just to get to it. Alright folks, so just quickly, before I get back down to the tent, this battery is pretty much on its way out. That's where I camped. You'll not see the tent with this camera. I can see it with my eyes though. Ben McDooey's over there. That's Derry, Cairngorms, and Carnarvon is in the distance. And then my car is like miles away down there. That's Ben Breck actually, that I did earlier. Then I walked along there yesterday to Benachúrin, but that's where I'm heading down obviously. So I've done most of the Munros in the Cairngorms now, and I have to say Ben Vion's probably my favourite Munro, which is funny enough because this is the Munro I was least looking forward to doing. And this morning I really didn't want to do it. I was like, nah, I think I'll just head back to the car. It was just the weather this morning, just too good to miss it, you know. I think if the clouds were down still, I probably would have, that would have made my decision, But yeah, it's really nice to get some good weather this morning. And yeah, one more Munro to go. I tell you what, I was really tempted this morning. Just coming off this Munro, I was looking at the Ben McDooey Carnarvon, and I'm like, should I? I don't know. The problem is, by the time I get down to the tent, pack away, by the time I get up to Derry Cairngorms over there, you're probably talking, from where I'm at now, to do all the stuff at the tent, you're talking about 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours before I'm at the summit of Derry Cairngorms. It's about 6 o'clock now. 9 o'clock in the morning I'll be up there for. Heavy rain is forecasted this afternoon, so this isn't an improving forecast, it's actually a deteriorating forecast. And with NWIS saying there's a risk of lightning. It's isolated, it's not, you know, it's going to be in certain areas. There's a high chance I could miss it, but there's also a chance I could get it. I don't think it's worth taking the risk, so I'll probably just settle with Derry Cairngorms and come back and do the other two another time. So yeah, 4 Munros, that was the 4 I did say that I wanted to get done at the start of this video, and there was an optional extra 2 which I've decided against doing for the reasons I've just gave you. It does mean if I'm at the top of Derry Cairngorms, that's one last thing I want to say, I should be back at the car for 12 as well. It's probably about a 3 hour walk back to the car from the summit, so should speed things up a wee bit too for me. Anyway folks, enough talking for now. It's time to get back down to the tent, probably about 100 metres from the little loch now, and about 1 kilometre away, so I'll see you when I get down there. Well, that's me back at the tent folks, and the sun's finally hitting it. So not only did I save a lot of weight going up that without camping gear, and then obviously coming back down without the camping gear, leaving the tent up and letting the sun hit it, you know, it's allowing a bit of time for, hopefully, you know, to dry out, you know, that's what I'm trying to say. I might not get it completely dry though, but take a wee bit of weight off it, I hate carrying soggy tents about the place. It just adds, I guess you could say, unnecessary weight to your backpack, I've got a wee towel to try and kind of wipe the water off, but if I can avoid doing that then I will. So I'm actually going to get something to eat, chill out here for maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, pack away. I don't think I'll be away from here. What time is it actually? Check the time. It's 6:30. So an hour and a half to do that, but I don't think I'll be away from here until about 8. So yeah, there's no rush. I'm only doing 1 more Munro. I'm quite happy with what I've done. Like I said, coming off the Munro there. I'm quite happy just doing 1 more Munro. I'm actually thinking, I know I'm off my head, I'm a bit mental here, but I'm thinking, can I do Cairngorms, Ben McDooey and Carnarvon from the line of D? How long would that be? So I'm going to make up that route when I get home. I'll maybe have another wild camp here. There's a loch kind of further down under Cairngorm called Loch Haven, so I might look into that as well. So yeah, I'm not sure. But for now, in the tent, something to eat. Another wild camp done, folks. Still got one more Munro to get, and then it's the long walk back to the car. I'm feeling good. I've had a good breakfast, which I decided not to film in the end. I've had about 15 minutes just chilling out, and then it took me about half an hour to pack everything down. So it's now time to move on to the next Munro. So that was the Munro done this morning, folks. Looking good. Cairngorm. I camped right down there. Starting to gain a wee bit of height. It's a gradual Munro this so far, which is actually not a bad thing. It's 2.5 kilometres to the summit, I think, from here. Kind of walking into a headwind now, getting very close to this Munro. Just need to drop down a wee bit before going back up to the actual summit of this. Excuse my nose again, when's that? Never a problem. But yeah, Bemicdui behind. Save that one for another day. Just finish this on a positive. Means I'll get home in plenty of time. I'm actually looking at Cairngorms right now. It is a fair distance away. It'd definitely be a 7 or 8 hour, maybe even 9 hour hike today if I did do 2 extra Munros. I want to try and get back home in reasonable time, so yeah. Guess I'll catch you at the summit because it's right in front of me. That's me finally approaching the summit of Cairngorm. Bit of a rocky one though. I do hope that this boulder field kind of calms down on the other side. I know it does, eventually become a good path again. I'm sure I've seen Cairngorm from the other side as well. That wind has really calmed down for this summit. There you go, folks. It's done. Cairngorm, Munro 184. And I don't know if you can see behind me, the clouds are starting to drop down onto the summits. Especially over to Bemicdui, which would have been the next Munro had I decided to do, but essentially plan B, this was plan A to get the 4 done, that was the priority. Plan B was the 6, and plan C was just to do the 2 if the weather was really bad in the morning and camp at Loch Etchachan. So it's been really good. What I'll do is I'll turn the camera around and show you what I've done basically. Then you'll realise just how far I've walked. Right folks, so I've came in from way down there at the line of D. It's about 10 kilometres away, so obviously I've walked in the low level trail. I've made my way up Cairnback, which is this Munro right here. I think that's the summit there. And then it's just this long boggy walk right along here. Hopefully you can make it out okay. What I'll do is I'll take my glove off, it might be a wee bit shaky. And I'm going to zoom it in a wee bit. There we go. That is Benachurin, that was Munro number 2, where I said I was very angry with the weather. Basically what I've done is I've dropped down, I've came all the way down here and then went all the way up here to Loch Etchachan, which is out of shot obviously, or out of sight. Cairngorm, that was the Munro I done this morning, about 3 hours ago. And then I basically retraced my steps back down to Loch Etchachan, sorted my camping stuff out and basically done the about 2.5–3 kilometre walk to this summit cairn here, which I'll now touch with my hand, not with the glove. That's Carnarvon there, I've mentioned that, that was part of the original kind of, you know, I guess you could say it was like the original plan, but like I said, as long as I got these 4 done I was happy. I think that's looking into Breiriach. Ben Vroten will be over there as well. And then I think, well, Glenshee will be in this direction. So yeah, looking forward to getting down here now. Bit of a long walk. Need to get a drink and something to eat. Well, I'm making good progress now on what is basically a combination of a good path and a boulder field. I'm slowly starting to get off the boulders now and onto, I guess you could say, more of a consistent path, which should hopefully speed things up getting off here. Now, I'm kind of slowly going to start wrapping the video up now. I'm going to talk about the route just quickly and then I'll wrap the video up somewhere else down the mountain. Excuse the nose again. So, obviously the 4 Munros I've done are 2 separate walk highland routes. If you're really fit, you could probably do them in a day. I know I could do this in one day of hiking if I wanted. However, I would definitely recommend you camp it. Loch Etchachan is brilliant. It's a great place to camp. No signal though, for me anyway. But I really enjoyed it. It was a very quick camp, and even with the bad weather, I kind of just got to relax, got the tent up just in time, and yeah, I enjoyed the views over the loch from inside the tent. The Munros themselves, Ben Breck had a reasonable path all the way up, mostly pathless between Ben Breck and Benachurin. Benachurin did have a path on it, very windy up there, it was quite hard to concentrate, but yeah, I got there eventually, large summit cairn to shelter behind, as you would have seen. The descent route's fairly exposed to the wind, as I found out. Eventually got down to a path at about 700 metres, dropped down to about 600 metres before heading back up to Loch Etchachan on a steep path. There's a bothy actually, which I briefly filmed. I don't know if I'll put it in the video, but it was just one clip of the door. There was folk in it, didn't want to disturb them, so I quickly got my waterproofs on and continued on because it was raining at that point. Yeah, the camp itself I've mentioned. Ben Vion's quite a good summit to be fair, very good views, and then this Munro, just fairly average to be honest. It's got good views, but I think my favourite Munro out of the 4 was the one I was least looking forward to doing, Ben Vion. One last thing I'll say is I'll give the location I camped at a 7.5, we'll go 7.5 out of 10. It's good, it is quite good. Nice views in the morning when it cleared up, nice views of the stars during the night. Right, let's get down here and wrap the video up. Well, directly behind me is the route out of here. I quite like it because although it's going to be a long walk back to the car, I'm still going to be at higher ground for probably another 2 or 3 kilometres, so at least I'll still get nice views, eh? But that's it, I need to make the long walk back to the car. So as always folks, I really hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, you know what to do as always. Click the like button to support the video, click the subscribe button to support the channel and future videos, and get involved in the comments down below. Thanks for watching folks, and until the next trip, hopefully it'll be better weather for it, although it's nice today anyway. Take care.